What's up? We're back. So we're back in the shop today. We got the 300ZX up on the lift still. And like I said in the last video, we did get a fuel tank in right here. So let's get that sucker open up. The fuel pump and everything is still back here on the floor. So we're gonna have to clean up that housing real good. I got some soapy water over there. We'll try and rinse it off, wash it off, dry it off, get the new pump in it, get it in this tank, and see if we can't get it back in the car. So let's go and get started and see how much we can get done. All right, let's get this open. Packaged it really well. We bought it from a salvage yard on eBay. Now that's a good place to look for parts. People will post whole salvage cars on there, and you can just kind of tell them what you want off of them. Did a good job of packaging. All right, so there it is. This one did have a little bit of dent on the bottom of the tank, but I don't think it's gonna affect the integrity of it at all, but it's all there. I liked that it had the sender and it looked good from the pictures inside, and everything else looked pretty nice. So we got it out. Let's go ahead and get over here and clean up this housing, see if we can't get the new fuel pump in it and get it in the tank. Go ahead and hit it with some air first to see what comes off of it. Let's get it a bath. Let that sit in the water for a minute, so. Get a screwdriver and take this clamp off, and this bottom housing should come off. We can get to it a little bit better for cleaning. Try and get some pliers on that. Fuel hose is so bad, I think we'll just cut it. We'll put a new piece on. All right, so here's what we got. We cut the wires to remove it from the housing. That just seemed to be easier. I went and verified with the new tank, or I'm sorry, the new pump that I have, if that was okay, an option. So you can see the new one here has a new filter, has a new regulator, because this one's definitely gonna be toast, and then new leads that we'll just solder onto the base of this. So it's all there. Also a new line that we cut and 2 new clamps. Those clamps were trash. And then we'll just retain this stuff here and this hose and those clamps on that hose. Other than that, it should go together easy. These isolators, we'll try and get these washed up a little better, get them cleaned up. I'll probably take them in the house and do it. I have a wire brush in there and try and clean this up as best as possible. And then we'll come back out here and we'll get it all put back together, and that's what you'll see next. Okay, so I did a bunch of stuff off camera. We took it in, we got it cleaned up. It actually came really, really clean. Hot water and soap and a slight bristle brush got it super clean. We got it all back in there. It just goes back the way it came out. It's not rocket science. You have to unsolder the wires up here for the old fuel pump. I cut mine and took it out, just unsoldered the remainder of the wire off and resoldered the new wire that was on the pump in. This one has a new pressure regulator, which is good because the other one was completely destroyed. And like I said, it came with everything you needed. So once it was cleaned up, we got it back in just the way it was, put it back together, got the screws tight and the bolts tight, and now it's ready to go in the fuel tank. Unfortunately, I'm out of time for today. Tomorrow we'll finish up this video, we'll get this in the tank and try and get the tank back in the car. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, guys, it's been a few days since the prior part of this video. We had some real cold weather, got some snow, I had to work. Just life, right? So we had to do a bunch of other things. But we got this stuff back together. So we got the fuel pump housing in there with the new fuel pump in it. Everything's hooked up, ready to go. This line, the vent line had been cut. So we pulled the vent line off of the old tank over there and got it put on here. So now the only thing left to do is to lift it up here and get it in the car, get all the hoses routed right, and get it all back together. So let's go ahead and get it done. All right, we got it back in. It was a nightmare to do by myself, but I got it in. So you can see it's all strapped, all the straps are in place, all the bolts are tight, all the lines are on. Now we'll just put this stuff back together, the shroud back together, and then we should be good to put fuel in it and maybe see if we can't get the start. We'll see. I know we probably shouldn't start it since it sat for so long. We're unsure of the timing belt condition, but I mean, hey, why not? So let's go ahead and finish up. Okay, we got this all back together. The fuel cap, I got it tightened down. All the inner liners all in, everything's done. Put the wheel and tire back on and get it down on the ground, put some fuel in it. All right, she's back down on the ground. We'll put some fuel in it, and maybe tomorrow I'll go get a battery for it. I don't have a spare battery. I've been pulling the battery out of my Mustang and putting it in this, so tomorrow we'll go buy a battery, and then it'll have its own battery. We'll air that tire up, put fuel in it tonight, check for leaks in the morning, and I think we'll try and start it in the next video. So that one was kind of a pain in the butt. You know, that old tank being so bad, having to buy a new one, find it, get it in, go through the whole process, weather, work, life takes over, but we finally got it in. So in the next video, hopefully we'll see this thing try and crank and maybe run, and then we'll move on to some of the other things, fixing the cluster, the hydraulic system for the clutch, master cylinder, slave cylinder, and last but not least, the timing belt. So until then, keep watching, man. Like, subscribe, share, do all the things, and we'll catch y'all next time. Later.